What if I told you that a tiny little dime, yes, that insignificant coin you might have in your pocket right now, could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars or even more? Imagine the feeling of casually going through your change and suddenly realizing you've been carrying around a fortune without even knowing it. Sounds impossible, right? Well, let me tell you. History has proven time and time again that rare coin finds have turned everyday people into instant winners of a jackpot they never even played for. And this 1999 US dime might just be one of those stories waiting to happen. Right now, across the world, collectors and investors are on a relentless hunt for these rare, error-filled dimes that have stunned the coin community. Some of them have been selling for shocking prices at auctions. And the craziest part? There could be thousands of them still out there, unnoticed, sitting in pockets, drawers, and old jars of change. The only question is, could you be holding one? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to spot the rarest varieties, and most importantly, how much these coins could be worth. And trust me, you won't want to miss a single detail, because the next person to strike gold could be you. To truly understand why this coin has become a modern legend in numismatics, we need to take a step back in time. The Roosevelt dime has been around since 1946, designed to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his passing. But the 1999 dime is a breed of its own, a product of an era that was supposed to be one of the most advanced in minting history. With the turn of the millennium just around the corner, the U.S. Mint was pushing forward with more efficient, high-speed production. But in that rush for perfection, something unexpected happened. Mistakes were made, some of them so bizarre and so rare that they become worth more than houses, luxury cars, even entire life savings. And now, we get to the heart of the mystery. What exactly makes these 1999 dimes so incredibly valuable? Well, we're about to uncover some of the wildest and most profitable mint errors ever recorded. And if you think a simple dime could never be worth more than a fortune, just wait until you hear about these shocking discoveries. Point one of the most famous errors found in the 1999 dime is the missing clad layer error. Now, at first glance, you might not think much of it. A missing layer? So what? But here's where it gets interesting. You see, dimes are supposed to be made of a copper core, sandwiched between layers of nickel. But when that top layer completely vanishes, it leaves behind a strange, coppery appearance that most people overlook as just some odd discoloration. The truth? These coins are extremely rare, and some collectors will pay outrageous prices to get their hands on one. In recent auctions, these missing clad layer dimes have sold for upwards of $500. But the real kicker? If yours is in pristine, untouched condition, it could be worth well over $10,000. And that's just the beginning, because the off-center strike error takes things to a whole new level. Imagine looking at a coin where the design is completely shifted, as if it was struck by mistake and left looking crooked and deformed. Now, most people would just assume it was some kind of wear and tear, but collectors go crazy for these types of mint errors. Some 1999 dimes with dramatic off-center strikes have been sold for over $2,000 to $5,000. But in cases where the error is extreme, the price jumps even higher. Just last year, a collector snagged one for an astonishing $12,500 at auction. And then, there's the broad strike error, a mistake so shocking that when people find one, they don't even believe it's real. When a dime is struck without the retaining collar in place, it causes the coin to spread out unnaturally, almost like a warped disc. If you've ever seen one of these in your spare change and thought it was just a damaged coin, you might want to think again. Some broad strike dimes from 1999 have been sold for $600, $800, even upwards of $2,000. And experts believe that if a nearly flawless one ever surfaces, it could go for tens of thousands at a high-profile auction. But perhaps the most mind-blowing error of all is the double die variant. This is the one error that makes collectors hold their breath in excitement, because when doubling occurs, it means the coin was struck twice, slightly offset, creating an unmistakable shadow effect in the lettering and numbers. This isn't just a minor detail. It's the kind of thing that can turn a regular dime into a six-figure payout. That's right. Some double die error coins from other years have been known to sell for over $100,000. And experts believe that the 1999 dime has some of the rarest double die examples ever recorded. Could you imagine? A single dime, hiding in plain sight, suddenly making you a millionaire overnight. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do you know if you have one of these incredibly valuable coins? What tools do you need? Where do you even begin? Well, don't worry. I've got you covered. First things first, you'll need to check your dimes under good lighting and with a magnifying glass. If you suspect you have an error coin, don't clean it, don't alter it, and definitely don't spend it by accident. Next, you'll want to weigh it. Coins with missing clad layers or striking errors often have unusual weights. And finally, if you truly think you have a rare find, getting it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC can skyrocket its value. Collectors trust certified coins, and once yours is graded, you might just find yourself holding something worth a life-changing amount of money. And if you're wondering where to sell one of these rare gems, there are plenty of options. Some of the biggest coin auctions, like heritage auctions or great collections, have sold similar dimes for staggering prices. Even platforms like eBay have seen bidding wars over rare coin errors, with some collectors paying astronomical amounts just to own one. But the key is knowing what you have, because if you don't, you could end up trading away a $1 million treasure for just 10 cents. Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever checked your pocket change really closely? Could you be holding one of these incredibly valuable 1999 dimes without even realizing it? Because history has proven that treasures can hide in the most ordinary places, and the next big discovery could be right in your hands. And if you thought this was unbelievable, wait until you hear about the shocking truth behind the 1975 Roosevelt dime. A coin so rare, so mysterious, that it could change everything you thought you knew about rare coins. Click here to watch the next video, and trust me, you won't want to miss this.